broadcast clarity, diaspora resonance, and mnemonic indictment. Your voice and the coalition's call for peaceful vigilance. English editorial newscast Mnemosyne Dispatch People's Bulletin. 1 trillion pesos of hunger and corruption anchor, Austin. Ursua-Delacruz Jr. collaborators. Carmencita, Ursua-Delacruz, CP Ricepaddies platform. Mnemosyne archive and ledger. Intro music fades in, low, steady drums. People's Bulletin. 1 trillion pesos of hunger and corruption anchored by Austin E. Delacruz Jr. Produced by Mnemosyne archive and ledger in collaboration with Carmencita Ursua-Delacruz, CP Ricepaddies. This is not just a report. This is a reckoning. Tonight, we confront the collapse of public trust and the ritualized theft of dignity. From the floodwaters of deception to the hunger in every province, the numbers speak, but the people must echo. Over 1 trillion Philippine pesos lost, millions unfed, names exposed. This is the editorial indictment of a nation betrayed. From Luzon to Mindanao, from diaspora strongholds in California to the streets of Luneta, this is the voice of memory, justice, and peaceful resistance. Stay with us. The ritual begins now. Let the truth be time-stamped. The Philippines is facing a dual crisis: widespread hunger and systemic plunder. As of 2025, the population is estimated at 116.9 million, with approximately 26.5 million families. The average monthly family income is 29,435 Philippine pesos, while the minimum daily wage in Metro Manila remains at 695 Philippine pesos. With 1 trillion Philippine pesos, the government could feed 40 million families for 1 month at survival level, or the entire population for 3.4 months at 2,500 Philippine pesos per person. Instead, the funds have been swallowed by a flood, not of water but of deception. According to Greenpeace Philippines, 1.089 trillion Philippine pesos in public funds have gone missing since 2023, including 560 billion Philippine pesos in 2025 alone. Of the 248 billion Philippine pesos allocated for flood control, 173 billion Philippine pesos remains unaccounted for. Those implicated include Speaker Martin Romualdez, Representatives Reynante Arrogancia, Dean Asistio, Arjo Atayde, Jojo Ang Senators Jinggoy Estrada, Joel Villanueva, former DPW Secretary Manuel Bunuan, Engineer Henry Alcantara, and the so-called BGC boys on September 21st, synchronized protests will erupt in Luneta, EDSA, and across Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, Samar, Bicol, and Cagayan de Oro. The call is clear: peace, dignity, and justice. All demonstrators remain peaceful, vigilant, and grounded. This movement is not for chaos. It is for memory. From this moment forward, the people are awake. We will observe. We will document. We will no longer turn a blind eye to criminal entities and their cronies. Every move of power will be tracked. Every stolen peso will be recorded. Every memory will become evidence. Scene off. This is Austin E. Delacruz Jr., anchor of the Mnemosyne archive and ledger. On behalf of our coalition collaborators, we issue this call: defend memory, defend dignity, defend peace. Until the next dispatch, let the ritual of truth continue. Hashtag syndication. National and editorial. Hashtag trillion peso plunder in Philippines underwater. Hashtag flood control. Scandal PH. Mnemonic reckoning. Editorial justice PH. Hashtag Mnemosyne archive media and watchdog. Abstost CBN News. NGMA Integrated News and Rappler PH. Philstar News and Inquirer Net and CNN Philippines Government. Oversight Malacanang Palas. Senado and Pilipinas of House of Representatives, PH, Plantipipechagi to Doach, to Sado. Dilganti and D&D to JJ to Peded, Ed DSWD, N Dinner to Doli, and T, to Data Fabir at BSP, to Nada Dict, Dot and Diat and DFA, Tumpelek and Sikoa. FSS Anticiasis and Pagibig Fund Phil Health, NGPNP, ATFP, ATCG, ATFRB, ATLTO, hashtag MMDA, testa timbu, hashtag B, hashtag Pagasa, hashtag Fivolks. Philippine Information Agency, Diaspora, California, Northern and Southern in Filipino Diaspora sa Tinfilam NorCal and Silam SoCal in Filipino Voices Bay Area, Filipino Voices, La, in Filipino Community SF, Filipino Community SD, and SFIL. Am United K in Filipino Advocates, NorCal in Filipino Justice, SoCal, Filipino American Coalition, in Filipino Heritage California, then Filipino Resistance. Filipino Veterans K, Filipino Media K, Filipino Watch. CA Filipino Solidarity CA Community Contacts and Amplifiers the Bayan USA, Migrante NorCal and Migrante SoCal at Filipino Workers Center and Fajnor. Cal hashtag Fage SoCal and Lead Filipino and Filipino Community Center SF and Search. To involve Filipino Americans, Filipino American Service Group. Filipino Youth Coalition and Filipino Civic Engagement CA, timestamp U. TC 2054-1. 20 hours 54 minutes 01 second 0000 milliseconds 0000000 0 microseconds 000000000 nanoseconds Philippines Standard Time PST 454-1. Next day 04 hours 54 minutes 01 second 00 00 milliseconds 0000000 microseconds 00000000000 nanoseconds